But I live on my own. Give us a woo if you live on your own. A few of you do. You might not know this if you live on your own. You can still have breakfast in bed. What I do if I fancy breakfast in bed, just before I go to bed, I put a Twix on the bedside cabinet. And then when I wake up the next day, as my eyes are focused, and I think, there's a fucking Twix just there! But sometimes, there's just a wrapper. I've obviously got up for a wee in the night, haven't I? Either that or the tooth fairy's moved over to the dark side.
It's true, the whole world's mixing, you know, and eventually everybody look the same. But I'm thinking if we're all gonna mix anyway, let's start mixing people now that would never normally mix. Just to see what we get. You know, hook up a Jamaican with an Italian. They could have little pastafarians, you know? I'm Indian, I could hook up with a Jewish girl, we could have little Hindus. Get a woman from the Philippines, a guy from Holland, little jalapenos. Guy from Cuba, a woman from Iceland, little ice cubes. A French and a Greek, freak. German and a Newfie, little goofies. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. We might as well help it along.
Do you ever miss it, Agnes?
Miss what?
You know, the humpy thing.
No.
Not even a little bit?
Not even a teensy-weensy bit. What's the feckin' miss? The smell of Guinness and chips being breathed all over you? His chin like fucking sandpaper? Taking advantage of me whenever he liked. He come in and dive on me. Take off me fucking tights! And all I could do was lie there. Try and keep me place in the book.
If you go to Starbucks, learn their drink. Like when you go to the drive-thru, learn what they like to drink at Starbucks. It'll blow her mind. It will. Because women that's a hard drink. They're very complicated. Men are easy at Starbucks. You know, you ever go to the drive-thru? Can I help you? Yeah, give me a mint coffee, no cream. Honey, what do you want? Okay, here's what I want. Listen, this is what I want. I want a tall, skinny, sugar-free, decaf, soy, vanilla latte, extra hot, whipped cream, double sleeve, no cup. Please tell me you got that, please.
My ex tried to humiliate me the other day by telling all of his friends that I was shit in bed. Firstly, ooh. Secondly, you should have seen his face when they all disagreed with him. Brilliant.
I gotta work out, man. I gotta work out because my career ain't take off as fast as I hope. And I want to be there when it does. And I don't want to be all dead and successful. You know what I do? I trick myself into going to the gym. I go to the gym, I find a voluptuous woman on a treadmill. I get on the treadmill behind her and pretend like I'm chasing her. She speed up, I speed up. Keeps me healthy and brings out my inner creepiness. It was working great till I found out somebody's on the treadmill behind me. And he was like, hey, slow down. I'm like, nah. You gotta earn this, baby.
My son forgot his lunch last week. I have to bring it down to school, 8:15 in the morning. I'm not much of a morning person. I go walking in the school. I said, I have Joe Colleton's lunch. Lady behind the counter goes, okay, what is his teacher's name? I have 3 kids. They seem to rotate a new teacher every year. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I have no idea who his teacher is. I was kind of hoping someone here would have that information for me. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even care if the kid gets the lunch, okay? You can eat the lunch. She can eat the lunch. Someone can eat the lunch. All I know is I can't bring this brown bag back to the angry woman who set me down here at 8:15 in the morning. Listen, between me and you, I don't even know if I'm at the right school right now. Saw some kids, I saw some buses, I took a chance, I came in.
Name something you must have in order to live.
A man.
One of the 7 wonders of the world.
A rich man.
Something that improves with age.
A young man.
A Christmas present you'd exchange.
A old man.
A condemned person's last request.
Amen.
Hello?
Doc, this is Mr. Albertson. Did you get the test results back on my wife?
Yes, we did, but they're a little unclear. She either has AIDS or Alzheimer's.
What do I do?
Take her out for a drive, drop her a few miles from the house. If she comes home, don't fuck her.
I was in Sweden last year. Do you know they eat deer and reindeer? And I said to this waiter, I was like, mate, what's the difference? He looked at me and went, one is Rudolph, the other is Bambi. You must decide who you love more.
Oh my god, look at that drunk guy.
Who is he?
10 years back, he proposed to me and I rejected him.
Oh, I see. He's still celebrating.
Day 82 with no sex. The guy at Subway asked me if I wanted a 6 or 12-inch. Told him I'd settle for a finger at this point.
You ever eat with a group of white people? Food be free. They be fighting over the bill, too. Tom, give me the bill, Tom. You paid the last 3 times, Tom. Tom, give me the bill. This guy. Tom, give me the bill, Tom. Put me in the prick, man. Just give me the fucking bill, bro. You ever go eat with a group of blacks? Stressful than a motherfucker. First of all, when you see the waiter walk up with just 1 check, you automatically like, yeah, damn. This motherfucker didn't separate these motherfuckers? I told this motherfucker 9 times to separate these motherfuckers.
I love my kids. I do, and I adore them. I was right there when they were born. I was right there when they were conceived. I think. You can't be sure. One of them's Asian. That's not true. That would be awkward, though, wouldn't it? No, I was definitely, there. Well, I don't know if I was there when they were conceived, because, conception takes place up to 24 hours later after sex, in the woman's body. So I might have been doing what I do after sex, which is standing by the refrigerator crying. I'm a dirty whore. But anyway, I was definitely in the room when my kids were born. I was right there in the room. I watched that baby come flying out, and then that other thing come flying out after the baby. I'm like, what the fuck is that? What's that thing? They're like, don't worry about that. I mean, don't worry about it. It's the same size as a baby. What the fuck is it? Like, what is it? I've only budgeted for 1. Does that go to college? What is that thing?
My wife's mad at me. She says I'm lazy. I didn't even do anything.
So a woman walks into a pharmacy and says to the pharmacist, I need some cyanide. The pharmacist went, why on earth would you need some cyanide? She looked him dead in the eye and went, I need to kill my husband. The pharmacist lost his shit. He said, no, I cannot sell you that cyanide. He said, I'll lose my job, I'll lose my license, you'll go to jail. Leave now and I'll pretend this never happened, or I'm going to have to phone the police. The woman pulled a picture out of her purse of her husband fucking the pharmacist's wife. The pharmacist takes one look at the picture, looks up at the woman and says, oh, you never said you had a prescription.
Last week I come home, my wife mad. I don't know why she mad. She said, babe, come here, let me ask you something. Come here. You know this bitch? On Facebook, no, because you real happy. It's her birthday. You real happy. It's this bitch's birthday. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, Joanna's birthday. What is it? No, you sent this bitch 2 cakes? You sent this bitch 2 cakes and a balloon? I'm like, what? It's an emoji. It's on Facebook. What the? You sent it. Oh, you real happy. Sent this bitch 2 cakes.
They smart off to me, I'd smart off back. Why ain't y'all catching real criminals? Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm still trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. They always say this too. Why didn't you get the car when speeding by me? Well, I couldn't catch him. He was going way too fast. I could have had a wreck and got hurt. Now the cops have tasers. That's cool. I wish they'd have had them when I was on. I'd have tasered everybody. I'd have tasered old women. All you got to do is stand over them and go, oh, we thought we lost you. You saved my life. That's what I'm here for, ma'am.
I'm doing something different than I've ever done before. I'm getting to know men before I sleep with them. Don't do that. Because, oh my, can they talk you out of it. Oh, it's amazing when you just listen for a second. You'll be like, no. You cannot have this. Like, I had one guy tell me he was gonna take the bus to my house. The bus. I was like, this ain't no bus pussy. Okay?
I said, Pat, in an easy way, explain to me what is the difference between the deficit and the debt. He goes, okay, I will. Just pay attention. And he started talking. And I don't know how far in it was. I would say probably the 40-second mark, I drifted out a lot, right? But he didn't catch me until about the 90-second mark. And he's like, are you even paying attention anymore? I go, no, but I gotta tell you what I have been doing. I heard about this, and now I'm doing it, and you have to do it at work because it'll make you smile and laugh so hard. If you go to Google and type in Batman cat, and then hit images, oh my God, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's real, Pat. It's not a joke. It's a real cat. It's a long-haired black guy, and they combed his hair, and it looks like the Batman mask. And yeah, I mean, they're holding him up, but that's not cheating. I mean, they're just holding him. And if I don't know if it's for sale, like...
I want to be sexy, man. You don't get the same love when you're handsome. You just don't get that shit. Like, a lot of people just don't realize how you get treated when you just regular handsome compared to being sexy, man. When you really sexy, women don't even use words to describe you. They use sound effects. My wife, her sister, is dating this white boy, 6'3", red hair, red beard, in great shape. This motherfucker is gorgeous, okay? First time we get a chance to meet him was on Thanksgiving. He comes in the house for the first time. As soon as he walks in, my wife was like, oof. I said, who the fuck is that oof for? I've been with you 8 years. I ain't even got a ooh out your ass. And you over here oofing, motherfuckers? Ooh, he caught me off guard. He changing your body temperature? It's hot in this bitch? Ooh, he caught me off guard. This divorce about to catch your ass off guard. This paper gonna smack you smooth in the face.
Just nipping out.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go and get your Valentine's Day present. Have you got any requests?
Well, why don't you get something that'll make me look pretty for later? You've been gone ages. What did you get?
Drunk.
I'm getting old, man. Heard the gun for halftime go off when I turned 40. I'm at halftime in my life. My life is half over. And I played a sloppy first half, man. I didn't think the game was going to go this long. I didn't. I took some timeouts coming down the field. You know you're getting old when you hurt yourself sleeping. Hey, ever wake up? What the fuck was I dreaming about? Oh, God. And then you gotta lie to your buddies. I ripped my neck up moving a fridge. Really? Nah, I sprained it on a pillow. It's all going to hell. I don't know what happened.
Kids say whatever they want, and we think it's adorable. I say something wrong, and my brain is like, you really should have checked with me before you let that one slip out. It's the beauty of being a kid. They can test the waters. They can say whatever. And they will, because kids don't have a filter till you put it in as the grown-up. Right? Like, you ever been insulted by a kid? Yeah, it legitimately hurts your feelings, doesn't it? But you can't say anything about it. Because they'll just walk right up to you and be like, "You're ugly," and then walk away. Right? And you just gotta stand there like, he's so cute. I just want to hug him around the neck. He's adorable.
Morning, Daddy.
Morning, sweetheart.
But I don't have bathroom skills. I don't think it's healthy. Why would I do something every day that makes me feel a bit shit? So I do instead. I think a lot of people do this. It's a much healthier way of doing it. You just judge it on your clothes, don't you? Judge it on your clothes, and then when your clothes start getting a bit tight, you think, well, maybe it's time I went out and bought bigger clothes. So I told the doctor I wasn't really looking forward to the weight, but he said, we still have to do it. I said, no, I understand. I'm just trying to think of a way to make it a bit more fun. And he said, well, what do you suggest? I said, well, how about this? Simple as this. How about I guess my own weight? And he said, okay, we can do that. So I guessed my own weight, and I got it right, and I was fucking thrilled. And he just went, nobody's ever been that happy about being that weight before. Which I thought was a little mean, so I said back, perhaps too loudly. And also, I don't know where this came from. It just fell out of my mouth. I just went, it's more important to be right than to be thin.
If you got money, you can get women, okay? Now, if you got a lot of money, you can get some of the finest women in the world. So with that being said, I want you to know the way your woman look represents your income. So I'm saying you ain't got to explain nothing to me. I see this recession and hit a couple of y'all upside the head.
I came home the other day and I was helping my wife fold clothes. I picked up this little pair of skimpy underwear. I looked at my wife and I said, hey, when are you going to wear these for me? She goes, I can't, they're your daughters.
I was just in California. They have a 10-day wait for the guns. That's a good rule. A gun should never be an impulse buy. You should never be returning a gun like we made up. So. You know what's weird? They always bring up the Founding Fathers. Every gun debate, they bring up the Founding Fathers, right? They always say the Founding Fathers had guns. They did. They also had wigs. It was a long time ago. That's how long ago it was. They thought a powdered wig was a good look, so that's my stance on guns. You could have a gun, but I think you should have to wear the wig. Right? Because at least then I can tell who's dangerous from afar.
Joke time. Well, this is a blonde joke. There's a blonde gets on the airplane, and she sees an open seat in first class, so she helps herself. So the flight attendant says, well, ma'am, I'm sorry, you need a ticket for that seat. You need to go back to coach. The lady says, I'm blonde, beautiful, going to Toronto. I'm not leaving this seat. So now the co-pilot comes back. Ma'am, you need to follow the rules. You need to go back to coach. She says, I'm blonde, beautiful, going to Toronto. I'm not leaving this seat. So now they might have the police involved and the captain's involved. So the captain says, well, you know what? I'm married to a blonde. I can handle this. He goes back to her, says a couple words. She gets right up, moves right back to coach. So they say, Captain, what did you say to her? Captain says, oh, I just told her that first class wasn't going to Toronto.
I'm super embarrassed. So I had a meeting this morning in one of those big corporate buildings, and I'm in the elevator heading back down. Around the 18th floor, the elevator's open, and this lady gets on with very, very large breasts. Like the kind you just can't help but stare at. Anyway, she catches me staring and politely says, press 1, please. So I did. Then realized that she meant the first floor button.
Next level down, upper circle. Anybody got a suggestion what you take on a dirty weekend?
Anal beads.
Where are you? Where's... Hello, Flower. Anal beads. Wow. Have you... Why am I whispering? I'm in the microphone. Nobody else is listening, Flower. Have you got anal beads?
I've got plenty of things.
Okay. I've got loads of things. I've got, handbag and that.
Is that the most extreme thing you've got, love?
No.
Didn't think it was. Now tell me about anal beads. They go up your arsehole. I figured that bit out myself. Can you still wear them as jewellery after that, though? Yes. Just make sure you've always got brown earrings in and you're fine.
What do you want?
Is my husband here?
Betty, I wish you'd use his name. Mark. Mark. I didn't go through 100 hours of labour and then forget to name him.
Nobody is in labour for 100 hours. Not even Agnes Brown.
I'll have you know I was so long in labour and that child, they had to shave me twice.
Well, that's when he was your son. He's my husband now.
He was my son for a long time before he was your husband.
So, is he here or not?
No, but he'll be home shortly for a decent bit of dinner.
Well, you can cook him as many dinners as you like, but you tell him if it's a wife he wants, you better call me.
A wife? Don't make me laugh. It's a wife my son needs, not a feckin' sample.
What? The cursing. Oh, damn. Crap, fuck, sorry! Like I said, there are kids watching. I got it! Kids, don't say fuck. Peanut! At home.
I want to say something real quick. I believe it's a misunderstanding between men and women. I feel like we can get along a hell of a lot better than what we doing. We just don't understand some shit about each other. Like men, I believe y'all try too hard. Y'all think that women want the world, diamonds and pearls. And shit, we do. But at the same time, we're very realistic. We understand, baby, you're not gonna have the world. You know why? Because we ain't got the world. We don't expect you to have that. All we really want you to have is an at least. You ain't got to have everything. We just want you to have an at least. I know a lot of men. Don't worry, ladies, they ain't caught on yet. The men looking like, what the fuck is an at least? Let me help you out. Ladies, have you ever met somebody where you be like, ooh, this nigga ain't even cute, but at least he got a job. You know what at least is. At least he got a car, come pick me up every now and again. At least he got a house I can put my feet up.
You talking to me? It's all piping hot. Oh, no, thanks, love, it before I came out. I ain't touching that muck. Actually, it's a Gordon Ramsay recipe. Who is it? Gordon Ramsay. Well, that's what I have to tell you. Don't stop swearing.
No.
Oh, no, I can't watch him. Effing this and effing that. No, that's diabolical, that is. £126 I pay. £126 I pay for the television licence to listen to that.
Nan, you're a pensioner. You don't pay for your TV licence.
Yes, I know that, but I still got to listen to him swearing, and I. Gordon effing Ramsay. What a fucking...